Yes, so we do have an announcement. Yeah, we're pleased to announce that we've signed our first import player for the 2023 season. Her name is Angeliki Vintsilaiou. She's a Greek-born player, 24-year-old guard, 5'7", has just finished playing in Poland professionally. Has had a couple of stints in the last couple of years playing with the Greek national team, which is a pretty impressive achievement at 24. So, obviously a very capable and credentialed player. She's an efficient scorer who can score sort of all over the floor and has the ability to sort of stuff the stat sheet as well in terms of being a really good passer, really effective in the on-ball screen. And can rebound really well for her size. She's really strong and quick for her size as well, and plays with a tenacity and an aggression and physicality, I guess, that will suit the way that we want to play and the way that we're trying to teach the team to play over the longer term. So, really good fit for us. Plan is to have her here in the middle of next week in preparation for the first game against Launceston. We're really excited to have her on board, and we think it's going to be a really good fit both on the floor and culturally in terms of what she can bring with her level of experience and even at such a young age.
You said that's your first import, so is there another one coming too?
Yeah, the plan is hopefully, if everything goes to plan, to have another announcement at least within the next week. So. It's been a bit of a process to get to this point. It always is, I guess, at this time of year. So we're working away trying to get that organised. But we'll just have to wait and see how that lands.
So it's not a matter of you've got to sign and sort of delay an announcement yet. You're still in negotiations this close to the season.
Yeah, still in the throes of sort of nailing that down. Yeah, definitely.
Is that ideal?
No, absolutely not. But obviously we had Alana locked away pretty early, and we're planning for that. And I guess that changed sort of through the cat amongst the pigeons, so to speak, and sort of changed the way that we went about our recruiting a little bit. Ideally we would have had them in place a month ago and probably have them here already. But I think it's probably the case across the league that the announcements will come in a bit of a flurry over the next 2 weeks leading into the first game. So again, while not ideal, not unusual. So yeah.
Does that just come about because seasons change quickly, people have got to assess what they're going to do in the off-season?
Yeah, so in the case of Angeliki, so she's literally just finished last weekend playing in Poland. Their season is actually still going, so she got knocked out in the first round of the finals. So their season in Poland goes for another 2 weeks. And for most imports coming from other competitions, they're generally leaking into April, sometimes even May. So it makes it really hard when you're looking at international players to sort of get them locked away early enough and here early enough for that first game. So, and that's obviously been a factor for us in terms of the decision making process that we have. Is it's really important for us to have our import players, on the floor as early as possible. So that's a factor in our decision making as well.
One you've had your eye on for a bit of time now.
Yeah. So we've obviously got a series of contacts that sort of keep an eye on these things overseas and within Australia for us. And so she was one that we've been sort of talking to and on the list for a while. And it worked out over the past week that we were able to get it over the line.
I say a lot about the organisation that a player of her calibre decides to move her life halfway across the world down Hobart.
Yeah, absolutely, and such a young age where having played internationally and for the Greek national team, probably the world sort of at her feet at this time. So to pick Hobart and to pick our club, we're really pleased to have that, and it's a bit of a feather in the cap, definitely.
Just trying to pick what you started for. Looks like so you got 2 imports, Taylor and Taylor as well.
No, so we've got Kayla Steindl, the 2 imports. And then the other 2 spots at this stage will be local. So still in the throes of competing for those 2 final spots really over the next week.
Who's that sort of in the mix for those?
We've got a couple there. So obviously Leah Bartlett played a fair percentage of the season in the starting 5 last year. Zoe Banks had moments in the starting 5 as well. So they're probably 2 of the leading candidates. Alex Finlayson, obviously a really experienced player within our club, and Lauren Mills coming back from college, obviously, is an experienced player that is capable of starting at this level as well. So we've got some options, and that may well change from week to week based on the opposition as well. But we're really hoping obviously to nail down that second import spot, and then that will sort of govern, I suppose, how the rest of the starting five looks.
Where do you, I know it's hard to say this on here in terms of still recruiting that, but where do you think you sit in the pecking order with the squad you're building? How competitive do you think you'll be as far as the
Yeah, well, obviously with Kayla coming in with the level of experience and ability that she has, that really changes things for us. If we're able to nail down that second import spot, there's no reason why we shouldn't be aiming for the finals. Whether that's sort of mid-table-ish or towards the back end, and if everything goes right, who knows? And as you say, it is difficult to tell because a lot of the rosters aren't finalised yet, so it's really hard to sort of measure yourself against them. But I think we've had a fantastic pre-season, one of the best build-ups that we've had in my time at this level, and the team is definitely ready to roll, and we've taken steps forward from where we were last year, so we would definitely be expecting to competing for a finals position this year, absolutely.
You talked about Angeliki's tenacity in that. Is that something you were really looking for, somebody that's really going to get in and under there?
Absolutely, yeah. The way we like to play is that up and in, I don't say dirty, but ready to get your hands dirty and get in and be physical. And she certainly brings that with I guess, bringing the European style of basketball to our team and to our league. So really looking forward to how that's going to look, and hopefully it will continue to help us teach the rest of our team to play that way in the longer term, and they can learn some good habits from her.
You might have said before, what are you looking for in the second import? And you down to a couple, or are you negotiating with one person? Or?
We've got a couple that we're talking to, but it's going to be most likely a guard, a scoring guard, hopefully. I don't want to give too much away, but that's sort of the plan. Obviously, last year one of our biggest weaknesses was our ball handling and ability to get the ball into a half-court offense situation. So the focus at the moment is trying to ensure that we've got both the tools to score once we get over halfway, but also get us into a situation where we can get the ball through the backcourt into the front court and be effective once we get it there.
Are you prepared to bring somebody in sort of a few rounds into the season, or do you need before the season starts?
Oh yeah, we're flexible with that. Obviously the preference is to have them here by next week, but the reality is that may not be possible. So definitely flexible with that, and looking for the best player that we can find as soon as we can get them in here.
Kayla's experience, how big of an impact has she had over the pre-season group?
Yeah, huge. I guess her preparation's been a little bit interrupted because she's had a couple of stints where she's had to travel based on family reasons, but she's definitely made an impression. That's for sure. When she speaks to the group, definitely pays attention and listens to what she's got to say. She's a really experienced player with basically a decades of experience at the WNBL level, let alone the little bit that she played in Sewell prior to that. Her ability to both defend and score on the inside and outside really gives us some flexibility, and really looking forward to seeing her play. To be honest, she's been training really well over the past couple of weeks. Obviously coming from a way back in terms of having the 18 months off after having the two children, but so she'll probably need a little bit of time to work into it, but we've definitely got some high expectations for what she's going to be able to produce, absolutely.